Automotive, which did business at the time as Freedom Chevrolet.
Yes.
And so your current employer purchased assets of the prior company. Is that correct?
Yes.
But you also worked for the prior company.
Yes, I was with the Roundtree for 6 years.
Okay, and what was your title at Roundtree?
Title supervisor.
Okay, and your title now is something similar?
Yes.
Okay, and how did you first come to know about Miss Pietro's plight?
She reached out to me after Ed Morse had purchased the Duncanville stores.
Okay, so let's look at exhibit number 1, which I'm going to pull up on the screen. Can you see it, Your Honor?
I can.
Okay, this would be the title history for Miss Pietro's car?
That's the Texas DMV record, yes.
Okay, and so you can see right there in the middle, it shows that it was issued, the title was issued on April 24th, 2018. Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay, and then there's a highlighted entry that I have on here that says title surrendered to CA is California on May 24th, 2018. Do you see that?
Yes.
And is that what Miss Pietro was calling you about, the problem that she was having with her title?
Yes, the problem is it's no longer a valid title for her.
Okay, so I think the easiest way for us to explain, and you had to go in and research this whole thing, correct?
I did. I remember processing these because these vehicles were received from an Infinity store that Roundtree owned in California.
Okay, so just so the judge has a clearer understanding, Roundtree had more than one dealership throughout the United States, correct?
Correct.
And this particular vehicle somehow ended up being claimed, if you will, by 2 different dealerships, yours and one in California, both under the Roundtree name. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
No, it's kind of complicated. Yeah.
Okay, do you want to explain that to the judge what happened? Because you did all the research on it. And if you need to look at exhibits 2, 3, and 4 to refresh your recollection, please feel free.
Actually, I remember processing these. These vehicles were on MCOs when they came in. I'm sorry.
What's an MCO?
A manufacturer's certificate of origin. So these were brand new vehicles.
That's like a birth certificate before
Yes.
the certificate of title is issued.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, we titled them to the Van Nuys Infinity store with a lien to Roundtree Automotive Group.
Okay.
So these were processed as title only because they cannot be reassigned to the dealer.
Okay.
So what we ended up getting is a Texas title that was reassigned from Van Nuys Infinity to Freedom Chevrolet.
Okay, and then Freedom Chevrolet back in 2018 sold it to Miss Pietro.
Transferred it, yes.
Okay, and then the title should have transferred to Miss Pietro.
Yes, it should have been completed at that point.
So if you would tell the judge what the Van Nuys store then did.
The Van Nuys store then ordered duplicate manufacturer certificates and retitled them to the dealer.
Okay, and ordinarily that wouldn't be a problem because the dealer could just go back and cancel the errant duplicate title. But would you tell the judge what happened to the Van Nuys store?
The Van Nuys store sold and then went out of business.
Okay, so the state of California issued a second replacement title
in the dealer's name, yes.
And nobody knows where that is.
No, we requested a duplicate so we could surrender it to the Texas DMV to get this cleared up. However, we were unable to obtain one.
And the state of California won't help you without the original that they sent out, and nobody knows what that original is.
They would not. They refused to remove their surrendered to California.
Okay. And so did you have any conversations with the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles about how this notation on the title can be cleared up?
I did, and it was either get the duplicate title and supersede the last one that was issued, or do a court order.
Okay. And so we've gone ahead and
To-
proceeded with the court order. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, Your Honor, at this time, we would offer plaintiff's exhibit number 1,
You want to just offer all 5?
if you don't mind. Yes, Your Honor.
Offer all 5. All 5 are admitted. Is there's 5 exhibits, 1 through 5?
Correct.
1 through 5 are admitted.
Okay. And Ms. Wilcox, if you would look at exhibit number 5, it's the Carfax. I'm going to pull it up on
Yes.
screen. And do you recognize, is this something that you pulled just the other day?
It is.
Okay. And if I could get you to turn to page 4. You see there on March 27th, the entry right in the middle of the page where it says that the title is issued, and that's the one that goes to Ms. Pietro. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then if we go to the top of page 5, the highlighted entry, that's where California attempts to reissue it, reissue the exact same title, and then that title gets lost. Is that correct?
Correct. And it shows where it was titled to the dealer, not an individual.
Right. So, and if you look at the rest, now the VIN number is unique. If that title had actually been given to somebody else or somebody tried to retitle it, you would expect to see it in the rest of this Carfax somewhere.
Yes, we would see it. Yes, sir.
And you've looked through the rest of the Carfax and there are no other entries. That title is just gone.
Correct.
Okay. So, so we're asking the court to enter an order that removes
The surrendered to California notice remark.
just that one little remark on the title.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Your Honor, pass the witness.
Okay. Make your closing arguments.
Your Honor, all we're asking for Ms. Pietro is that the title be cleared, and we've prepared a judgment that literally just clears that one issue and doesn't ask for anything else.
All right. The court will grant that. Have you already submitted an order for us?
We have, Your Honor.
Let me just make sure I have it.
If not, I can get my secretary to resend it right now. We had sent in one before that I believe was an agreed order. Obviously, it's not agreed anymore, but I think we sent it in on Friday. So if you didn't get the exhibit, you may not have the order.
Let me just double check. Did you e-file it as well or just email it?
I believe we e-filed it as well.
Let me just see. I'm sorry, let me just. So this is the Pietro case. All right, so I'm looking at this case. I don't see a.
I'll get her to send it right now. Hey, Leslie, you send the order to judge to the same 3 people? The final judgment, the one we did on Friday. Thank you. And I think you got do you already have the plaintiff's trial exhibits, Your Honor, that she sent a few minutes ago?
I think so, but the main thing is I want to make sure Tony has them. So, go ahead and e-file that proposed order as well as emailing it to Rhonda, and I'll try to get it signed today.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, we'll go ahead and grant judgment. Mr. Clark, it's good to see you again,
Good to see
and
you.
I hope you're safe, okay?
Thank you.
All right, and Rhonda, Tony, if you could stay on, I need to chat with you. Thanks.
Thank you, Judge.
Go off, you're still on YouTube.
Oops, thank you.